Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dev Q&A Roundup. This time brought to you again by Iron Mace Games and Mr. Pestily from twitch.tv/Pestily. The first thing that was brought up during the Dev Q&A was the history of the game. The company, Iron Mace Games, was started November 1st and has 25 members at this time, 24 of which are devs, and one is taking a managerial role. The company is located in South Korea, 30 miles south of Seoul. They move on to say people are getting disappointed in the ways that game companies are moving and monetizing their product. They're saying that it's predatory, exploitive, and that Dark and Darker is a passion project. They then move on to talk about the graphics of the game and to say that it's not where they want it, and for the reason of the low graphics is because of the lighting. They mentioned how people would go invisible and you could still see the outline of them if you changed the gamma or got too close, and they wanted to make sure that the lighting was perfect so people could stay hidden. Pestily begins to get into the meat of the information, asking Terrence if there's going to be any new classes, and he says if it fits the fantasy trope, it will probably enter the game. They move on to say that the Bard is confirmed, but it probably won't make it into the next playtest. The next thing that was brought up was character customization. And they said that it was a low prioritization, it's not high on their list of things to do, but they also mentioned new races, and that how one could be making its way in the next playtest, which is very exciting. Pestily then adds a more broad question. What can we expect over the next couple of months? They said that you can expect crafting, and that although still is not too much confirmed, it is heavily hinted that mining for resources will be a thing. They also talk about the skill tree, which was planned out since September, but continued iterations of it has pushed it back, but that we could expect that soon. In the next playtest, we can also expect high roller lobbies, where you have to have a special category of dungeons that you'll need to ante up for to enter. They also mentioned that the quiver system and bag system is coming. They said that they want to have the first iteration of the quivers out soon. They mentioned that VoIP is also scheduled, but it won't make it into the next playtest. We can expect in the next playtest 2 B2 maps, 2 Inferno maps, and modifications from those maps for the high rollers. They say that shared stashes between classes is coming. They're also saying that a full-fledged early access before release is planned, and it will be in Q2 or spring of next year. There is no rotations of items by design. They're also saying that a leaderboard rework is confirmed, said that the current version is temporary, and that the leaderboards will only be for high roller lobbies in the next test. They talk about party group size and how that 3-mans are the sweet spot for the current state of the game, even though that it's not fully balanced or fleshed out yet. They asked if there was going to be any guild feature in the future, and they said that they totally wanted to have guilds be in the game, but they were unsure at this time how that mechanic or feature would be played in the game. It was asked if there would be any cinematic tools, and they said no, but it's an interesting idea and it's on their radar. It was asked if modding would be a feature in the game, and they simply just were unsure if it would be. I just want to mention that nothing is written in stone, and that it was reiterated multiple times that we are in the early stage of development for this game, and that throughout each playtest that we play, things will be added, taken away, and iterated on. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up our Dev Q&A Roundup. Again, I want to thank Terrence from Iron Mace Games and Mr. Pestily for doing a fantastic job bringing us this content about one of the most exciting games that's coming out, Dark and Darker. I'm Modest Mate, and you can catch me live on Twitch every Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please give me a subscribe on the YouTube channels for daily Dark and Darker content, and I'll see you guys in December in the next playtest, where we'll be in the dungeon having a great time. Till then, guys, stay good.